Hey guys, Marisa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I want to run you through these cute little treats. They are the projects that we'll be making in Camp Wana Stamp for the Oceanography badge. If you've been a follower of Kitchen Table Stamper for any time, you know that every summer I have a Camp Wana Stamp event. I'm offering Camp Wana Stamp on August 26th in my Chicago area home studio. I'm in Rolling Meadows. If you're local, you're welcome to join. If you're not local, for the first time, I'm offering Camp Wana Stamp to go. All right, so let's talk about this project here. And as I'm making the project, I'll tell you a little bit more about Camp Wana Stamp. So to make this fun mermaid gift set here, we're gonna use Message in a Bottle, stitched shapes framelits, and layering circles. My Stampin' pads for this project are Memento Tuxedo Black. That's for my mermaid. It's a non-reactive ink for coloring in. We're going to use Pacific Point and Tempting Turquoise and Berry Burst. I bet you can't help but notice this fancy glitter notepad and these pencils. They are perfect. Look at the scales on those, like mermaid tails. All right. The notepads are from Amazon. They come in a 24 pack. You get 3 colors of glitter notebooks. There's 8 each of the colors, a blue, a pink, a purple. I'll put the links below the video. And the pencils were also bought on Amazon. They're a 24 pack also, and you get 6 of each of the colors. All right. The supplies for this project include, I only have 1 of each here because we're just going to make the notebook in this video, but you'll need 2 Tempting Turquoise scallop circles. This can be cut from a 2 1/4 square. You'll need 2 Glimmer scallop circles. This could be cut from a 2 1/4 inch square. You'll need 2 stitched circles. This could be cut from a 2 inch square. You'll need 3x4 Whisper White for stamping your mermaids in the jar. You'll need 2 inches of this little sequin trim per project. Let's get started. We're going to make the notepad today, and the same technique can be used for either project. Okay, so I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat here. And let's get some Memento ink and this 3x4 cardstock. We're gonna stamp our little mermaid here. And we want to stamp her kind of in the corner. All right, then while we're stamping with the black ink, we're gonna grab the little bottle image and ink that up well with the Memento ink. Stamp that one on our paper. Okay, so there's our jar. Now, inside of this bottle, we're gonna ink up the waves with Tempting Turquoise and stamp them right at the bottom of the bottle there. I've got this little heart image, also from Message in a Bottle. We're gonna stamp that one in the corner. Then I have the sentiment that says make a splash, and we're gonna stamp that with Pacific Point along the edge of the cardstock. Now, let's color the mermaid. I'm going to show you a fun technique. So I have some Prismacolor colored pencils here, and I also have some blending stumps and some odorless mineral spirits in a bottle. What we're going to do is we're going to take the colors for the tail. I've got magenta and true blue and violet and chartreuse. And we're going to, let me bring my sample in here so that you can see. We're going to color the end of the tail with the magenta. And then we're going to blend that right into the violet. And we're going to blend that into the true blue. And we're coloring with a full strength, laying down a lot of saturation. And then we'll color right at her waist with a chartreuse. Then for her little shell top, we're gonna color the bottom of each shell with some magenta and the top of each shell with a little bit of violet. Now, I've got some odorless mineral spirits in a blender stump, and we are going to just put the tiniest bit of odorless mineral spirits on the end of the stump. We're gonna blend where the magenta and the violet mix on the shell top, and then we'll blend where the magenta and the violet mix at the tail. And then using a new blender stump for the blue and violet, we're going to just in a circular motion blend where the true blue and violet meet. And that gives us this pretty little rainbow effect on her tail. Then we'll color her face lightly with the peach, and her body also. I just kind of scratched in a little bit of color here, and I'm laying down a shadow on her left side, or on her right side, my left side. We're gonna take a new blender stump with some peach already on the end, and we're gonna soften up our color here and do some blending. You want to be careful not to pick up any of that magenta or violet from her shell top. Okay, her hair is sand. We're just going to color the entire hair with the sand color. And then right underneath her hat, got some Spanish orange, so we'll make a little shadow. Behind her head, we'll do a little Spanish orange. And then from the ends, we'll add a little Spanish orange. And then I'll get a blender stump that has a little yellow on one end. Touch it to the mineral spirits, and then blend where the two shades come together. The very last touch here is her little white hat, so that it doesn't look like we forgot to color it. We're gonna go with some powder blue and make a little shadow. And then with the blender stump, we're going to just soften that from the powder blue to white. Okay, she is entirely colored. Look at her, isn't she cute? All right, I'm gonna fussy cut the bottle and the mermaid and the heart, and then I'll cut back in. Okay, so I've fussy cut my mermaid, the little bottle, and the heart. Now here we've got the Make a Splash sentiment right along the edge of our cardstock. And what you wanna do is just go with your scissors and make a little banner. Angle cut the banner, and then about 1/4 of an inch from the sentiment, fold, and then snip off about 1/4 of an inch. So this is what you're looking for. All right, first thing we want to do is grab a dimensional and put it on the back of the silver glimmer paper. And then we want to put that centered on the Tempting Turquoise scallop. And you want to watch how your scallops line up here. Then we can take the multi-purpose liquid glue and put plenty of that on the back of your white stitched circle. And you'll be making 2 of these, one for each of your projects, the pencils and the notepad. Now if you take Camp Wana Stamp to Go in your kit, you'll receive all the consumable materials that you need for each project. And in addition to that, you'll receive a notebook. It could be one of any of the 3 colors. And you'll receive 2 pencils. It'll be 2 different colors. I'm going to assort them, so it'll be a surprise which ones you get, but you do get the treats included in your kits. Camp Wana Stamp is 5 badges and 2 projects per each badge. Okay, so I've got our little mermaid here, and she's got some dimensional adhesive on the back. We're gonna put her right inside this jar here. I like how it looks like she's got her hands pressed against the glass. So cute. All right, then glue dots. We need one on that little tab there that we made for our sentiment. And we need to take our little sequin trim, fold it in half, put that on a glue dot. I'm gonna lift and kind of scrunch that glue dot and add the sequin trim to the neck of the jar. And then lift my sentiment, and I'm going to roll my sentiment between my forefinger and thumb one way and then the other, because we want the banner to kind of wave. And we'll add that right over the sequin trim. Now with your multi-purpose liquid glue, add that to the back of the jar. You don't want to go all the way to the bottom or all the way to the top, because this little jar overlaps both the bottom and top. Glue it to the medallion. And then got a half of a little mini dimensional here. Put that on the back of our heart. And add the heart at the end of the banner here. It looks like it's kind of made a stopper or a cork for that bottle. How cute, right? Okay, now bring in the glitter notebook. You'll do the same thing, make 2 of these. Your pencils will come in a 1x8 treat bag. And then to adhere the little medallions to the treat bag and to the notepad, I suggest some glue dots. And I think we'll need about, these are mini glue dots, so I'm gonna put 4, kind of north, south, east, and west. I really want it to hold. The notebook's gonna get handled. The cover's gonna be open and closed. I don't want my mermaid to fall off. And we'll just add that centered right to left and a little bit high of center. And there it is. There's our Make a Splash mermaid project. And this is for the oceanography badge for Camp Wanna Stamp at Kitchen Table Stamper. Now, come back again in a couple of days and I am going to run you through this fun project. It's the second variation of the same oceanography badge. I'm going to offer a choice to the girls at class, so they can make either the mermaid or the whale. All right, if you've got any questions about this project, if you've got questions about Camp Wanna Stamp, if there's anything Stampin' Up I can do for you, email me, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com. Thanks for watching.